What's up, people? I'm going to be talking about writing JavaScript within the Chrome DevTools window within the Google Chrome browser. Now, here's the Google developer's logo. I'm not a Google developer. I don't work for the Chrome DevTools team or anything like that. But I put their logo up because you know what? I got to give the Google developers, all of them, the Chrome DevTools team, all of them, a big shout out. They do a fantastic job, fabulous job on the DevTools, and it's an amazing resource that people use daily within their web development and such. And I mean, if you don't know what it is, you can go over to the developers.google.com, right, and you can read, this is their website here, you can read all of the fantastic capabilities that this thing has. The DevTools is chock full of all kinds of fantastic stuff that can help you within your web development, but I'm only going to talk about one thing, and that's just writing JavaScript within the DevTools. So you could be coming over to JavaScript from another language, or you could have never written JavaScript before, and you could be working through some sort of book, some sort of online tutorial, and you just need a spot to just write some JavaScript. You need a place to start, and your future plans could be to write the next Ember or write the next crazy complex single page JavaScript application, or you could be writing something that's gonna blow Node off the server, but you just need a place to start. And I think a good place to start is right here within the DevTools. So let's just open it. You go to press this button, go to Tools, and you go to Developer Tools, right? So you're working through your resource, you're kicking it off, you're gonna be a JavaScript ninja in no time, right? So let's just start off, and let's just say you're in this book and you reach strings, right? So go strings, and we're gonna put that JavaScript is awesome, right? JavaScript is awesome because JavaScript is awesome. So now you go down and you say JavaScript is awesome. So you reach the next part in the book, and it's talking about arrays, right? So we're gonna put an array like that, right? So now we have an array, and it says, okay, there's stuff we can do to arrays. We can push things inside of an array. So we're gonna push some numbers, right? Push some numbers, P2, 50, I don't know, just some random numbers, anything, right? So now we have that, and now it says, okay, there's more advanced methods that we can do on arrays. So now you're working through this resource, and you're working right along, learning about JavaScript, and what we're gonna do here, boom. So now what do? We just doubled the array that we had before. Nothing groundbreaking or anything like that, but boom, we're working right along, right? So now it says we reach a part in a resource, and it says, okay, let's put this into some sort of function, right? So we put this into a function, we're following right along. We named the function double, we give it an array, passing an array, and you press enter. So now that you press enter, now within, so you're in this console, right? You press enter, it kicks you out. So you're following along, you want to keep the formatting, you want to keep it looking like whatever resource is that you're looking at, and you want to keep your code looking like theirs, right? So now I didn't find that the console is the best place to particularly do that, but there's a little hidden jewel that I found within the Chrome Dev tools, and it's inside the sources tab. So you click the sources tab, right? Click this, and that button is going to scroll this out. You go to snippets. So inside snippets, you right click, you give a new one. You can name it whatever you want. So let's just call it double function, because that's what we were working on before. So call it double function, and we're going to make a function, call it double. We're going to pass it an array, and look right here, boom, now it's keeping our formatting, and we're like, okay, awesome. So we're cooking with some steam here. So give it an array, we're gonna map this thing, function, pass in this thing here, boom, our formatting is still there. So we're gonna return what we were doing before, x2, boom, boom. So now what are we gonna do? So now we have everything looks straight. We're gonna click this fly out button right here. Go back to our snippet, right click, run it. So now what did it do? So now it ran this snippet and it opened the console. So now what it does allow us to do, so now we can press double, or type in double. That's the name of the function that we have up there, and we can pass in an array of numbers, right? So we pass in an array of numbers into our function, press enter, and boom, look, we got our numbers doubled. That's awesome. So now you're working through your resource, and depending on where you are in the resource, the files can start to get particularly long, particularly complex, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you need a place to be able to write it, keep the formatting. You might make mistakes. You need to rewrite it. You need to run it. You want to play around with the functions, and this is a good place to do it. So let's just copy this, right? Let's just say we're working someplace and the resource is getting crazy and we're getting really deep into JavaScript. You could be learning about objects, you could be talking about closures, you could be talking about prototypal inheritance, you could be talking about hoisting, whatever it's talking about, you know. And you just need a place to be able to write your JavaScript and run it and test it. So let's just say we're writing, going right along, and in our resource, so we think we're all set. So last time I clicked this button, it flew it open, and I press run. This time I'm gonna press Control Enter on my Linux box, and it's gonna run the file for me. So it ran the file, and it's back into this console. So now we just did this triple function here, and let's just see if it works, right? So we put triple, and we're gonna pass it some numbers, right? So we're passing it some numbers, boom, and what happened? It says X is not defined. So you know, you're working through, and you know you're gonna make mistakes. There's no way you write code and you don't make mistakes. So now we go back and we look into our triple. We said, okay, boom, oh look, we forgot to pass a parameter in this callback. And oh, here we gotta triple it, right? So now I'm gonna press Control Enter, run it again, and then we're gonna try our triple function and see if it's gonna triple our numbers, right? So 3, let's just put 333, right? Boom, we got back all 9s. So that's awesome. So this is a great place to write your JavaScript. It has all the formatting, it keeps the formatting, keeps everything. You can make mistakes, you can run it, you could test your functions, you can have complex things, you can have objects, you can be doing inheritance, you can be doing whatever you want. And this is a fantastic place within the DevTools to accomplish all of that. So let's just say you have everything running and you're like, you know what, I just spent a long time, I want to keep this for future reference, I want to show somebody else, whatever you want to do, you want to come back and work on it tomorrow. You can right click on this and you can press save, right? So we can call this, you know, whatever we want. JS rocks.js, right? So we're gonna save this, save that to my desktop or something, right? So now we save that, and then let me go see JS rocks.js. Double click it, boom, and we got the same stuff that we were just working on, our fantastic, you know, crazy double and triple functions. So you know, that's where it is. So we can take that, we can work on it, we can put it back over into the DevTools if we want, and work on it some more tomorrow, and we can do, you know, whatever we want. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show. I hope that helps out a few people, and yeah, you know, happy coding, JS.